Hello and welcome to Coffee with the Librarians, week of July 22nd. I am Lora Cheadle, and I am so warming up to do this connection and to see what's here. Because I've had like 3 different themes come in, and I'm curious. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Okay, what the librarians are talking about is change. There is something around, it's not just fear of change. It is the general message that they're talking about is how humans fear change, how we like to lock into something and we like to change. And when things change too quickly, oh, okay. This is in terms of bodies. Like we don't like aging because we don't like change. Culture wars. It has nothing to do with culture. It has to do with change. We are uncomfortable with change. We are not good at sitting in the change. They're pointing out, they're asking us to just acknowledge our discomfort around change. Death is just a change of state. Aging is a change of a body. Culture is a change of, that's interesting, other people. That is interesting. Culture change has nothing to do with us. It's changing other people, and our discomfort and fear around other people changing, our environment changing, our bodies changing, our state changing. It's not a directive. It's not a right or a wrong. It's just an awareness. They're wanting to point out to us how funny it is that we are simultaneously seeking change all the time because we want to ascend, we want to grow, we want to become spiritual and connected, and we want all this change. And yet we are terrified of change on so many levels. We don't want to age. We don't want to die. We don't want other people around us to change. And they're also saying, notice how we want other people to change, but we do everything in our power to prohibit them from changing. So interesting. And they're saying it's like this head-on push-pull that goes on all the time. And again, this is not like a state of judgment. They're not like saying, they're just asking you to be aware, asking us to be aware of this. Yes, I've got it. This constant push-pull dynamic that is happening, and to laugh, to have fun with it, to play with it, to stop pretending that it doesn't exist, because that's where the problems lie. The problems lie when we pretend that it doesn't exist. And when we are pushing on this side and then we're pushing on this side and then we're like, nope, I'm not pushing against myself. What do you mean? That's where angst, that's where stress, that's where discomfort. That is so weird. My hand just rose. Like, I don't know why it just rose. Somebody rose my hand. You know, the little Zoom raise hand feature? I just looked up and it was like, it raised hands. I don't know why. Anyway, the librarians are raising their hands, perhaps. They're just asking all of us to take note of the push-pull, to quit pretending that we're not in a push-pull state. It's part of, that doesn't really make sense. It's part of our role. It's part of the word that I got was role. There's something with role. Oh, roll, not roll, but to roll as in verb. The way we roll, like that. When we roll along with change, life is rolling, experience is rolling. We should be rolling along so much. Yes. They're making jokes and singing like life is like a rolling stone. There's that rolling aspect of life. Life rolls on, culture rolls on, people roll on, families roll on, kids grow up and move away, jobs change, organizations go out of business. All of this change happens. And just notice it. Just notice it. There's change all around because everything is in the process. And they're saying we can't simultaneously want to change and want to ascend and want to become the bigger, better person. They're saying, look at the self-help industry, look at the fitness and diet industry. Everybody wants to change and nobody wants to change. And there's humor around that. And all they're saying is they want to raise an awareness around that, both within, yeah, I know, within ourselves mostly, but also around it with other people. Because when we can laugh about it with other people as well, it can also help calm us down and tone down our stress and our anxiety around that. Change is the natural order of things. Everything changes. We all want change. We all desire change. We all crave change. It's normal to be afraid of change. They're even saying it's expected that we should be more afraid of change that is outside of us. Cultural changes, organization changes, other people's changes scares us more than our own change. And they're saying, be aware of all the ways we are shutting down other people's change. We're wanting other people to be more, whatever it is, heart-centered, connected, aware. And yet we do things to block them because we are terrified of their change. Yeah. Just be aware. Be aware and laugh and keep rolling along. Just keep rolling. If you want to connect with me individually, let me know. I do 30-minute and 60-minute sessions. I'm going to cut there. And I would love to do an individual reading for you. And if not, I will see you next week for Coffee with the Librarians next week. Bye, all.